In this type of situation, I don't know what I would do. Oh my goodness. Like, are there really crazy people like this out there? Welcome to another video of Everything Movies. I'm Jefferson Cole, and today I'll be reviewing Heretic.
You fit through this? You're crazy.
Alright, so Heretic is a psychological thriller. It is directed by Scott Beck and Brian Woods, and both of them have worked together in the past on A Quiet Place, and so they used their experience in that and add in the suspenseful moments and the scary aspects of it into this film really well, and it's just phenomenal to see. Someone told me that this movie was one of their favorite movies of 2024, and I can see why. Actually, no, they said it was the best movie of 2024. Honestly, I still have my best movie of 2024, but I can see why they felt like this was a really good movie, because when I tell you I was on the edge of my seat watching this film, it was so fun to experience, and it actually got me, like, really did a good job at bringing me along the journey with these characters and with what they were experiencing and what they were having to question themselves as they were experiencing it, because I felt like I was asking myself those same questions while I was watching the movie. It was actually really fun. Now, as far as the plot follows two young women on a missionary trip. So two young women on a missionary trip, they come across the house. Obviously, if you don't know what missionary trips are, they're trips where people go on to spread their religion, and they're normally in other countries, so in places that they're not familiar with. And so these girls are on the unknown land, and they're trying to tell people about their religion, and then they go to a house, and this man is like, he invites them in. He's like, yeah, I'll hear you out. And so they have these rules, and they're constantly reminding the man, like, hey, we cannot come inside unless there's like a woman around. He's like, oh yeah, I have a wife, and she's making like pie for you, like she'll have it ready in just a second. So they come in and sit down, and it's all like, they're trying to keep it cool, but they kind of also know that there is something fishy about this situation. However, they haven't quite put a pin on it yet. And so I thought, like, as the movie is taking you along, you're noticing that these characters, one girl in particular is like still kind of like, oh, I'm kind of like, you know, still kind of oblivious, and then the other girl is like, no, I'm catching on to stuff. This is weird, this is strange, and I feel like we're in danger. We need to get out of here. And so, but they both stay for whatever reason. Oh no, there's many reasons why they stay. I'm sorry, I forgot, but they end up realizing that they are trapped inside this house with this man who they don't really understand what he's trying to do with them yet. He doesn't seem like he's a threat at first, but as the movie goes on, he's like, oh my god, this man is kind of crazy, and I don't think we're safe here. And so as the plot goes, as the plot moves on, they learn that this man is actually trying to put them through these trials and tribulations to basically test their own religion and to test what they truly believe. And I just think that this psychological, like, these mind games that he was giving them was just so fun to watch, and then it was also like intriguing for me as the audience, because I'm sitting here like, what would I do in this moment, or how would I feel, or would I do this? And I'm like, I was scared for them, and then I'm also like scared for myself, because it's like you're dealing with, this man is like, only thing I can really compare him to is like a DC Gotham City villain, like psychotic villain that just puts together this big old trap for the heroes to go through and for them to experience, just to like psychologically change them, or maybe even reveal something that they didn't know was inside of them. Do these characters play along with the games, or do they try to rebel against what the guy has set up for them? And so that, I thought that was so cool to experience in this movie. And so I don't want to spoil it too much, and I know this movie has been out for some months now. It just dropped on Max, and so I'm like, oh man, I've been waiting to see this one, so I don't want to spoil it too much, but I will just say it is a fun, and it will put you through some thinking. And I love when a movie is making you think and actually bringing you along with the characters and making you feel like you're there with them. Like, this movie did an amazing job at it, because most of the times when we watch movies, we're just, okay, this character's gonna do this character's gonna, like, it's not as predictable as you think. And I think this one did a great job. Heretic did an amazing job at making you guess what might happen, and then proving you wrong, and then like making you guess what might else happen with this character, and then proving you wrong again. Like it kept me on my toes the entire time. And so overall, I think it was a 10 out of 10 because I really enjoyed my experience even at home. Like even at home, I was like, oh my God, like, you know. And I feel like when you watch a movie at home, you have more freedom to really truly react, because in a theater you kind of have to, there's a sort of etiquette that you have to like abide by when you're in the theaters. Like you kind of have to be quiet because other people are watching, you know, it's dark and you don't want to interrupt, or people might be, you know, it's all types of distractions. But at home you have a little bit more freedom. Like if you're watching it with somebody, you might just say something really quickly, or you might like react a little bit louder than you would in a theater. And that's exactly how I was. I was like, oh my God, screaming almost, like not really screaming, but just you get so excited with this movie because it really, like I said, its biggest strength is that it brings you along with the story. And by the end of the movie, you get to decide. It's one of those movies where you get to decide how it ends. There's like 2 different endings, and like based off of what you believe as an audience, you can decide, oh, this is what happened at the end, or this is what happened at the end. And I think that was the whole purpose of this film, because the guy, like the villain in this film, is like, what do you believe? Asking is forcing the characters to make a decision and make them like really look within and decide what they truly believe in. And by the end of the film, it's like the movie itself is asking the audience to pick a side, what do you think happened at the end. And I thought that was like really, really cool. Overall, I had an amazing time with this film. I would highly recommend anybody to go watch it. It is rated R, so I don't recommend all audiences, like children. But I will say that this one was fun, and I really, really wish that I had watched it in theaters in 2024. But like I said, it's still a fun experience, even at home. And that's all I really have much to say about this film. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Like and drop a comment down below if you've seen this movie. Let's continue this conversation about it already. It was a great film, and I'm like honestly about to go rewatch it again. And also ring that bell so you will know, subscribe and ring that bell so you will know when my next video is about to drop. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.